Let's play Burlington's Guess That Price. Back to school means back to saving. We're bringing you kids' jeans starting at, hold on a minute, just $11.99. Burlington's acing this test. What about character backpacks? We've got them starting at $12.99. Burlington's done it again. How about sneakers for the kids? A-plus brands and right on trend starting at $11.99. Saving is now in session. Burlington, deals, brands, wow! Styles and selections vary by location.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Checking off the boxes on your to-do list is a great feeling. And when it comes to checking off coverage, a State Farm agent can help you choose an option that's right for you. Whether you prefer talking in person, on the phone, or using the award-winning app, it's nice knowing you have help finding coverage that best fits your needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The Jack Welch Management Institute at Strayer University helps you go from, I know the way, to I've arrived with our top 10 ranked online MBA. Gain skills you can learn today and apply tomorrow. Get ready to go from make it happen to made it happen and keep striving. Visit strayer.edu/Jack Welch MBA to learn more. Strayer University is certified to operate in Virginia by Chev and has many campuses, including at 2121 15th Street North in Arlington, Virginia.
Welcome to the Big Suey, presented by DraftKings,
Why are you listening to this show?
the podcast that seems very similar to the other Dan Le Batard podcast.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to apologize for that.
In fact, the only difference seems to be this imaging.
I have been tempted in restaurants just walking past tables to grab somebody's fries that if they're just there. That hasn't happened to you guys?
I've done it.
And now, here's the marching man to nowhere, Fat Face, and the habitual liar.
This episode is presented by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
That was excellent.
Thank you.
You are on fire today.
I mean it, man.
Chris, what did you repeat to your father moments before we turned the microphones on, and he did that maximum professionally?
Right above that line he just read, it says Billboard, DraftKings, and I thought maybe he was going to read that part out as well.
And so you told him not to read out loud the word
A
billboard?
little last-minute coaching, which I probably shouldn't have done. Just let him cook.
No, you should have. Yeah, you should have let him, because if he would have read billboard, it might have led to something funny there.
I might have read it had he not told me that.
I think you would have.
I would have thought Billboard magazine was a sponsor of the show. That's all.
I want the inheritance, that's why.
Is there still a Billboard magazine?
Oh yeah, I read it religiously. I follow the charts.
What are we looking at in terms of inheritance for Christopher?
I don't think we want to go
That's
there.
a good
Really?
question.
Yeah.
I want to.
And what's the split? Do we trust Michael yet? Because at one point, it's like, you're just going to get it all, and you can kind of divvy it up.
Oh, wow, you're
I
the
don't think we
responsible
ever
brother?
said that.
I am the responsible one.
Oh, boy.
No, Christopher used to be the responsible. Michael's catching up.
Really?
Michael's gaining ground on that.
Any thoughts on just skipping a generation, maybe leaving it to old Graceland, in a trust or
That's-
something?
that's being considered.
It'll funnel down.
Yeah, that's being considered. It'll be a protected, heavily protected trust that Christopher can't get his hands on. But, you know, we haven't gone there yet. We're just thinking about it. It also depends on how nice my granddaughter treats me for the next few years.
It is a little awkward in that, because my mom honestly does sometimes, like, hey, just will stuff, just in case type stuff. But like, I've never met, like, I don't really know as much as I feel like I should know. Like, I feel like if something were to happen to you guys, your money guy could just like take me to the woodshed.
Yeah, I know you're always asking for like an itemized.
I just want to go to this meeting with you so this guy knows I exist. Like, hey, if something happens to them, I'm the face.
I'm your guy.
And I know how much.
Okay.
All right? No
All right.
funny business, you.
Okay, all right.
Are you all set up like, I mean, obviously it's very morbid. We don't mean to go down, but like, should an accident happen with both you and your wife, is that all set up, or is Christopher going to have to plan like the ceremonies and all of that?
In other words, do we have a living will? What is that?
Have you done anything?
Do you have plots? Do you have like arrangements? Do you have set deciders? Like, does Chris then have to start driving up to like funeral homes and like, I'd like to find your best plot for two, please?
You know, my wife handles all that. I don't
great.
know.
All right,
so no one knows anything.
All right, let me be clear on something here, okay? He is exactly the person who threatens you all his life with not giving you his inheritance and then doesn't handle the paperwork before dying. So I don't believe he's done anything. I don't believe he knows anything. I believe his wife has to handle all this. He hasn't done any estate planning. So what's going to happen after he dies is your brother's going to have his middle name, and the rest of you are going to fight over what's left.
I think what's going to happen is like they're going to pass, and then there's going to be like the meeting for the will, and no one's going to have remembered the guy's name because no one's met him. So he is going to get everything. Like, he's going to be in an empty room. It's like, Christopher, Michael, Grayson, where's everybody?
Like, anytime I ask about this, my dad kind of is like, what are you trying to? And I'm like, no, I just want to be informed. You're getting old.
Greg, these are the conversations I've been having with my father recently. He does not like them either. But you do have to plan these things if you want to make sure your family isn't fighting over your things at the end.
Yeah, I gotta talk to my wife about that.
Luckily for us, my mom has started all that. So.
Okay,
but you don't know any of it.
You don't know. I know I have a big binder.
Wait, you presently have a binder?
Yeah, it's like
can you bring it in tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll bring it in.
Bring that in tomorrow.
Well,
we'll see.
Let's
help you through this.
We're not bringing in the binder.
You don't even know what's in there.
It's a secret binder.
No, you don't know what's in the binder.
Little secret documents.
We should have an oral contract.
It's one of those binders with like the string thing that you close it up with.
Oh yeah,
it's very important.
Sounds like you're getting a lot, man.
It's a dossier.
Chris deserves to know. All right, I want to talk about Avery Johnson and I want to talk about Shedeur Sanders, but first we need to get to uncomfortable moments because this is Suey week and uncomfortable moments is always a rich category. And anytime I hear us recording these around here, something funny reminds me that the last year was a lot better than I thought it was. Something funny is about to appear here. We'll see who wins this category. What's the voting situation, Chris? What are we doing in terms of crowning winners because we've been pretty loose over the years on this?
It's the 2025 Suey Awards presented by Miller Lite. To cast your vote, you go to LeBatardAF.com and vote there. All the categories will be there as we release the categories. The winners will be announced next Tuesday, September 7th. This is very exciting. Coming out of the gates with a strong category, most uncomfortable moment from this year of shows.
Welcome to the 2025 Suey Awards, presented by Miller Lite. I'm Greg Cote, and let's dive right in with the Suey nominees for Most Uncomfortable Moment. Jeremy Taché talks weird, and everyone jumps down his throat.
If you think that your family would get a lot of joy from seeing you go to the Hall of Fame, and they're getting up there in age,
why are you
like
talking
your
like
parents? That? Well, because I'm asking a kind of dark question.
Right.
Like do you just sort of
a board or something?
Let's spin
take
the
a dive
wheel.
early.
Let's spin the wheel.
Everybody just
I don't know what
shut
he was
you up
doing.
by doing this.
I didn't even get to start.
You didn't even.
It's amazing.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I was struggling to follow what you were doing. I'm kind of happy everyone just started talking.
A sentence.
Wild.
Jeremy,
the sound goes off.
I've never seen anything like it.
It's what it sounded like to me.
What was
pretty amazing.
A board or
I know.
something.
All right. Enjoy the rest of the show.
I feel bad. This is not.
I'm sorry, man.
I think this is bullying, but
this feels like bullying.
You deserve it if we're going to be honest.
I've never seen that before where some dude is talking, doing a thing, and everyone else just like moves on with their lives and has their other conversations.
Mike, did we miss it? Like, should he try it again?
Honestly, I don't remember what he said. It was so boring.
Chris Cote insults Michael S. Schmidt of the New York Times.
Show me the most meaningful of the Piazza balls.
Oh boy.
No, they're not the Piazza balls. These are balls that my stepson hit.
Oh, okay. So I misunderstood.
Even less interesting.
You know what? No, let's show me the best of your stepson's baseballs.
These are. This is just we do batting practice, and I throw to him, and we track the amount of balls that he hit.
Right.
Chris, what are you judging his
batting practice balls?
Do it in a game.
What are you guys doing? Why can't he have this relationship with his son without you judging it?
He can.
You're just clarifying?
That was the point.
I'm sorry, Michael Schmidt.
Yeah, Michael
for all
Jack.
of this.
Yeah.
For your allergies.
Yes.
David Sampson knows too much about Paul Pierce.
And a little nugget about Paul Pierce. He likes when you call him daddy.
Okay, I didn't know that part.
Well,
maybe I'm
what
not.
context are you spending time with Paul Pierce?
Maybe I'm not as good a friend of Paul Pierce as I was.
What is this loon giggling about? What do you mean? He likes when you call him daddy. What kind of contribution is that? You grinning fool?
Are you Paul Pierce, David?
What? Yeah, but, wait, what's that? Mm-hmm. What are you snorting in the middle of the segment where you're saying that about Paul Pierce? What's the matter with you?
Answer the man's question.
Answer it.
Calling someone daddy and making sweet, passionate love are two totally different things.
Wow. Yes or no?
Sometimes
I'm a hard no on that.
Put it on the poll.
You're hard.
Put it on the poll, Juju.
Heyo.
Hard no.
Is making sweet, passionate love and calling someone daddy different?
Dan Le Batard disrespects Black History Month while talking to PK Subban.
Dan, it's his list and it's Black History Month, so maybe
Exactly. So you know what?
Stop talking shit.
Thank you very much.
That's valid, Jessica.
Anything goes right now, guys.
True ally, Jessica. I appreciate you. Dan, you're out of line.
I will not respect Black History Month.
You will not respect Black History
Month.
No,
wait.
Clip that.
Clip that. Come on, man.
That much. You guys clipped me saying that
We all heard what you said.
That much. You guys didn't even let me get it out.
9 days.
I felt it long before you said it.
That's a respectful top 5, though. You got to respect that top 5.
It is.
I do, but I don't have to respect it because of Black History Month.
Dan Le Batard won't stop calling Greg Cote a senile old man.
I don't worry about him being exposed as a senile old man if I can
Quit repeating senile old man.
what is that?
Why do you keep
What's
repeating
going on here?
That's terrible.
Yeah.
You shouldn't keep doing
pick one
that.
of them. You're right to take offense.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
It's unfair.
I'm actually offended that kid in a white hat who's done nothing in his life. I don't know what he did. I don't know what he did. What did he do before spitting into the microphone?
One of the better voices in the hot media sphere.
Honestly.
Okay. But I'm offended that he called me a senile old man, and I don't need you propping up that phrase.
Okay.
Next thing I know, it's going to be on a Le Batard T-shirt. That's the way it works.
I mean, that's a great idea, and you shouldn't have given us that.
But he's a senile old man.
Mike Tyson takes it to a dark place with a kid reporter.
Well, in your return to the ring for this fight, you are setting a monumental opportunity for kids my age to see the legend Mike Tyson in the ring for the first time. What type of legacy would you like to leave behind when it's all said and done?
Well, I don't know. I don't believe in the word legacy. I just think that's another word for ego. That's just some word everybody grabbed onto. Now it's used every 5 seconds. It means absolutely nothing to me. I'm just passing through. I'm going to die, and it's going to be over. Who cares about legacy after that? What a big ego. So I'm going to die. I want people to think that I'm this, I'm great. No, we're nothing. We're just dead. We're dust. We're absolutely nothing.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that. That is something that I have not heard before, someone say that as an answer.
Can you really imagine somebody say, I want my legacy to be this way when you're dead? You think somebody really wants to think about you? I want people to think about me when I'm gone. Who the cares about me when I'm gone?
Ronnie Chang didn't realize Pablo Torre worked with Dan Le Batard on Pablo Torre Finds Out.
What I want to keep prodding at, though, is the genuine...
Is this a big thing in the sports journalism subculture?
At a company that Dan owns and operates that I work for, it's very much an inter-office.
You work at the same company?
I should say that.
I didn't know that.
I should have probably disclosed that legally.
No. What, Meadowlark?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, so he works for Meadowlark?
Dan, yeah, he founded it.
Oh, he founded this thing? Well, why the am I here then?
I was going to say, you probably shouldn't
You probably
have done
should have,
this.
you should have opened with that. I thought this was like your own thing. No, I didn't know that. That's why you're so interested. I see.
Yeah.
I see. No, I didn't know that it was the same company. But that goes to show that's how little, I hold grudges about this. You know what I mean? I don't
Truly.
Yeah.
What I was going to try...
Hey, Dan, can we get a new chair?
I know.
This is Dan paid for this. Get this on camera. This is the level. This is where we're at. ESPN to this.
The jerk off between David Sampson and Darren Rovell.
Is this a business off? Is it a respect off?
It's a jerk off.
Yeah.
Whoa. There's a lot of things this is, and that's not one of them.
You're both being jerks to each other. It's a jerk off.
It is a jerk off.
Yeah.
That was not part of the contract with the airline.
Greg Cote reading 50 Shades of Grey. Darn tootin'. Only me. You want it? You got it, baby. I growl, shipping out the prophylactic and unzipping my pantaloons, making quick work of covering my doohickey. I stare down at the insatiable Miss Steele. I sure hope you're ready, I warn her, grabbing hold of her wrists and keeping them at her sides. With one swift move, I'm inside her whatchamacallit. Ah, goodness me, Anna, you're so ready. I mean,
Andrew Hawkins misspeaks.
Everybody was wondering. They was wondering, Hawk, when was your era? It was 2003. That's when I came into myself. Hey, yo, that's crazy. That's wild.
Greg Cote's voice does strange things to Billy.
My wife says this is a sexy voice.
It really is.
Yeah.
I'm hard.
Thank you. Wow. So am I, actually. I don't know why.
Dan Le Batard ruins the end of the interview with Larry Charles on South Beach Sessions.
June 17th is when it's available. Comedy Samurai, 40 years of blood, guts, and laughter. Larry, a pleasure. It's been a pleasure to watch you work,
my friend.
sir.
My brother's name is Dan, by the way.
Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean anything to me, Larry. There's
it
nothing
means something to me. But I'm very happy to meet you.
Likewise. And
Thank
I feel
you.
like I just ruined everything we just did because of that as my punctuation, by insulting you, by not caring
you have
that
to go
your
for
brother's
it.
name is Dan.
You have to go for it. Well, because you're also right in a way. It doesn't matter. You know, I mean, I wanted to share that with you, and so I shared
Well, you
it.
wanted to share it, and then I just rejected
You
it.
shit on it.
I
Yeah, you
totally
did.
just
You
ruined
did.
everything
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
end.
Well, you
It was intimate. It was vulnerable. It was a lovely conversation. And I'm like, I don't care about your fucking
You
brother,
could
Dan.
cut it out.
No, leave it in. I insist you leave it in. The more awkward, the better.
Dan Patrick welcomes the Dan Le Batard Show into the Peacock family.
Well, if you think our show is bad, wait till you get a load of this show. It's the Dan Le Batard Show with Stugotz, and you can see it right after our show on Peacock. Boy, is it good.
Early 20th.
Hey, and
Ethels?
Dan.
You're not going to come
Well,
up.
her name was actually
Dan Le Batard joins us now, I believe.
Yeah, put it on the poll at Le Batard Show. Are we still making ethels?
Dan.
Did we ever?
And put that on. Did we ever? Well, we did make Merman. We made Ethel Merman.
But she wasn't even an Ethel.
Dan, can you hear?
She was. There was another one that was Vivian.
Hey, Dan.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's Dan Patrick here.
Sorry we interrupted you. Professional as always, Dan.
Once again, I led in with the tagline, I think, for your show. If you think our show is bad, wait till you get a load of Dan Le Batard Show with Stugotz. What do you think?
What kind of intro is that? You're supposed to welcome me into the family.
I did until I couldn't get your attention. I was going to say nice things. And then
I've got a bad executive producer.
Okay. Join the club.
Oh. Dan Le Batard asks NASCAR driver Ryan Blaney, what is the worst part of the life?
What is the worst part of the life?
The worst part? Wrecking. That sucks.
That's a good answer.
That sucks. Like that's the worst thing ever.
Poppy Le Batard translates Spanish music lyrics.
Te suelto el pelo.
I will let your hair loose.
Te quito la camisa.
I will take off your shirt, dog.
Tu pantalón.
Oh, you're also your panties. Y después, déjalo completa.
Not your panties, just your pants. Not your panties.
It's a 2-for-1 there, Dano. Come on, it's a 2-for-1.
Pantalón, okay.
They were not your panties, Dad. They were
slacks.
They were slacks. I'll take off your slacks.
I'll take off your slacks.
Dan Le Batard tries to give away a gift from a coworker.
Because we get a lot of stuff sent to us, like DeMar DeRozan socks. I get in today, and on my desk is the baseball cap I am presently wearing. And I did not recognize it. And so I walked out into the other room, and I just asked, does anybody want this? And I'm standing right next to Izzy. And with a nice comedic pause, Izzy says, that was my Christmas gift to you.
The best part was you didn't just say, what is this? You said, who wants this?
Right.
It was not only were you curious
No.
about it,
Yes.
I need to get this out of, give this away.
And now he's overcompensating by wearing the hat that he was trying to give away before the show. I mean,
Classic guilt hat. How is that going to stay on?
Yep, and he'll wear it for a month now. I mean,
looks great on you. Slimming.
Not so much.
No.
Stugotz calls Texas A&M head coach Mike Elko ugly.
you know, you might win the game, but you're not going to win best looking coach, okay? Like, you know that, right?
What?
What are you talking about?
What is that question?
The guy across the sideline from you.
Where
The guy
are we going
across
with
the
that?
sideline, Mike.
I thought that competition was still wide open.
I happen to find Coach Elko to be very attractive.
Very attractive man. I do too, but Marcus Freeman is the best looking person I've ever seen, period.
All right, now this is getting really uncomfortable.
Don't worry, Coach. Coach Freeman can blow an easy game. We've seen that over the years.
Oh, gee.
Dominique Foxworth starts the Kenan Thompson interview with a spicy question.
Kenan Thompson is here to join us. Thank you, sir.
What's good with y'all? Good morning.
Chilling. We're having a good time. I wanted to start with you with Morgan Wallen. I saw him walk off the set. Who did he call the N-word, and why didn't you punch him?
Hilarious. What happens when Dan ain't on the show?
This is just anything goes, man.
So I'll be clear with you, Kenan. I had an interview earlier where I interviewed Steve Williams, Tiger's former caddy, and I did an awful thing. I asked him poor questions, and then I moved my microphone while he was answering the question, and I hit this button. While he was answering a question, it was a complete mistake. No. So I'm reeling right now, Kenan. I'm reeling. And I'm like, you know what? I got a big star coming up in Kenan Thompson. I'm about to have a hell of an interview. I'm going to start it off with a spicy question.
That's right. That's mad spicy. To answer your question, I don't know. It's how he's feeling, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if he realized what he was doing.
Jarrett Payton tells the story of Dan Lebitard not recognizing him.
And the next thing you know, I'm watching you walk towards me and I'm going, took me back to Coral Gables, 305. I'm just like, holy cow, it's Dan Lebitard walking towards me. And he definitely, he knows who I am. Like he has to. He watched me grow up, as a kid, breath smelling like Similac in Miami and Coral Gables. I'm like, he knows me. Like, and when you walked up to me so gentle, you're like, sir, do you know where I can find a bathroom? And it was that moment where I was like, oh man, Dan, he doesn't know who I am. He has no clue. He don't know me. Maybe I've grown up a little bit. Maybe he didn't have the fake diamond studs in my ear from when I was in Miami. Maybe, I don't know what it is. And I didn't know what to say to you, Dan, but I go, you know what, sir, just to let you know, I don't work here. And you go, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I said, this is going to make it even more awkward. I'm Jarrett Payton. You're like, oh my gosh. And doing exactly what you're doing right now. It was like you saw a ghost when I told you this.
Racist!
Billy Gill has a spicy question for Ohio State quarterback Kyle McCord on God Bless Football.
Billy, you're going to love this because it's my understanding that Kyle has a flavored potato chip. Is that accurate, Kyle? You do, don't you? You have a flavored potato chip, don't you? Yeah.
What's the flavor? What does Kyle taste like?
Wow, Billy. Wow.
Oh, man. It's like a sharp cheddar honey barbecue.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, I know. It's legit.
David Sampson's strange admission to start his interview.
The great David Sampson's in the building. What up, David?
How are you? I wish I were in the building.
Yeah.
Sadly, I'm just on a little square, but my voice is strong and my bottom is fresh.
Nope.
Okay.
There we go. Love that you got a
flea flicker. Every first down. That's how we start.
Oh, I love you, man.
It's a loaded category. How many categories do we have this year? I heard Greg Cote in here taping all of the voiceovers for this. He was exhausted, but honored. Honored to be the longtime voice of the Sueys. Who would you guys nominate there for your discomforts? Which one made you the most squeamish?
Billy brought it strong at the end there. I was pretty awkward with that writer.
Yeah, that was
about his stepson's batting practice balls.
I forgot all about that one. That one was hard to relive.
That was good.
That one and Kenan Thompson were very difficult to
You were
relive.
wincing. You were cringing. You were hiding from the microphone. You were retreating.
You can't just let the guy say his brother's name is Dan.
Yeah.
Like
That
in
was
that
funny.
spot.
You did well there. That wasn't awkward. That was actually polish.
What's the worst part of the life is still like that's the number one hit on the Billboard charts. It might not win, but it's the most popular one. That's for sure.
Really good.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, man. The summer's almost ending, man. I don't
can't
like
be.
that.
There's
I don't
no
like
way.
that.
There's no way.
I am excited about cooler temperatures, but down here in South Florida, that just means slightly less boiling hot. It's been a pretty incredible summer. We've had a parade down here. We've grown our family down here at Meadowlark Media. A lot of exciting things, a lot of memorable benchmarks, and along the way at almost every step, I've been tailed by that beautiful white can of Miller Lite. Oh, that beautiful white can.
Or the brown bottle.
You can do it on draft.
Draft is crisp.
There's been so many great special times, and each time I've decided to make those special times a Miller time. Whether it's a long weekend like one we got coming up or a full-on vacation, it is a perfect time to get the crew back together. This year marks 50 years of Miller time, 50 years of great taste, great friends, and unforgettable memories. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/Dan to find delivery options near you, or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. Cheers to 50 years of Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.
Hey, friends, crack open Hampton Farms in-shell peanuts for the crunch you crave. Try their salted, unsalted, and Cajun hot nuts with 7 grams of protein per serving. More than any other nut. Find Hampton Farms in the produce section or online at hamptonfarms.com.
What does Zyn give you? Not just smoke-free nicotine satisfaction, but real freedom. Freedom to do what you love and choose your rewards. With Zyn Rewards, you can redeem points for premium tech, outdoor gear, and gift cards to your favorite retailers. Find your Zyn and keep finding rewards that fit your lifestyle at zyn.com/rewards. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Don Le Batard. Billy, somebody has written in here, I need way more.
I'm sorry.
I just said in his headset, haven't you been to all of them too?
It sounded like you were speaking aloud. My bad. Totally on me. That's 100% on me.
All right.
Yeah.
Stugotz.
Well, that goes without saying.
Right.
That it couldn't happen.
Well, now he
without
said
me.
Well, he didn't. He did say it.
He said it again. Yeah, that was just in your head again.
Greg,
My apologies sincere.
Greg, why? Greg.
Yeah.
Greg.
He apologized. I mean,
Greg.
Sincerely.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
All right, we've got a number of different things that I have wanted to get to. I still haven't fully discussed this Avery Johnson story. The father and the other son have released a joint statement to on3.com. We sincerely apologize for our actions following yesterday's football game in Ireland. Senseless bickering escalated into an unnecessary fight. Mark and Anthony wrote in the statement, we have resolved our differences and take full responsibility for our actions. We have apologized to our immediate and extended family and now extend our apologies to Kansas State University, its alumni, and fans. I will say that as a symbol, the free-for-all that college sports has become, the father and a son fighting in the parking lot as the college quarterback is playing inside or afterward, that the AAU-ness of it all, the high school meets college, and now there's a lot of money, so you're not only going to get it there, you're going to get Halliburton's dad involved in the games in the NBA Finals. Some of this family stuff is just going to leak into our lives here because of some of the things that you invite near your huddle with the business of all this.
Ireland. That seems like Ireland. Down to the, we're good. Wrapping your arms around one another after saying we probably got too far out ahead of ourselves there. That was not a good look.
We're like 2 months away from Thanksgiving. Like that's gonna be weird. Like you just come like we talked it out. We're good now, and then you just forget that you were punching each other in a puddle in Ireland.
How old does a kid have to be? A kid guy? I don't know. Is this like a grown adult son? Because that's the part. Like, is there a line here of like, where's the line? How old does the kid have to be?
How old is he?
For this not to be on the other side of the line.
How old is he? And let's, if we can for just a moment, examine this, because you guys say, what is Thanksgiving going to be like? My guess is that might be capable of happening during Thanksgiving or in a previous Thanksgiving, because I'm guessing we didn't catch him the first time it's happened. Like, do you guys think that that's their relationship? Or I understand saying it's Ireland, but once it escalates to that, trust me when I say that if it escalated to that with my father in some form, we wouldn't just go back to normal. Like, this has to be at least something close to normal. It doesn't, it may be drinking involved, but that's fuel. That's not,
This is an older brother. That makes it a little better for me. It's still not good. I mean, come on. It's as opposed to being a 14-year-old. Like, it's better. This is not good. I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying better that he's an older brother than a younger brother.
It would be a wild
If it was a younger
place.
brother, that's his borderline.
Honestly, he should have won the fight. Like, looking at the two of them, I couldn't believe that Pops was beating the crap out of him in that puddle. Like, he should have been winning that fight. It was a bad look. They say that this is behind them. This is probably an unpopular thing. Shouldn't be endorsing this or putting it out there. He's got to get a shot at his dad. Like, he's got to stand up for himself and, not have that be the lasting legacy as him, in a puddle getting beat by his father. He needs to have a new fight video where he's beating his father.
This becomes sadder the older you make the older brother.
Yes.
The Chris,
dad. Yeah.
How old are the father and the son here having this particular interaction? Because, Mike, you think I'm making some sort of a leap in saying, with everything that's changing in college sports that makes it so that Nick Saban can't exist today, somebody who's just lording over the program with all of the control, and there are punitive measures that will not allow you to transfer you and your family to another $1 million economy. You don't think that if I put all of that, the business of that, around John Morant or Halliburton or a college quarterback, or if I'm inviting family economies to our star player now makes $3 million a year, you don't think that I'm bringing a level of professionalism that's going to get undercut by the young people and the economics that have no rules around college football right now that anyone can follow?
No, Ireland. What does this have to do with the business of college football? A dad and an older brother can fight and it be a family squabble anywhere, and it has nothing to do with NIL or the business of college football. I would say it has more to do with Ireland.
It can stand. It can stand alone as being Ireland, or it could be a hell of an introduction to this series. Again, another season of just wonderful lawlessness in college football. It
could be certainly an image that you attach to the lawlessness of college football. I think college football right now would try to argue that we actually have laws in place. I think that taking the opportunity to lump this in with NIL and the business of college football.
The reason I'm doing it is because college football started this weekend, and I'm not talking about the game. And I don't think people are either. It's like, yeah, great, college football's here. Don't expect either of those teams to contend for anything meaningful. And also, here's the one story I'm taking from that game, the one that can take me through to another college football game when I can talk about all the shit that excites me, that's entertainment around college football that isn't actually college football.
When have you ever seen that? You're right to talk about it. When have we ever seen the star quarterback's dad fight with a brother in a puddle? I've never seen that before in my life.
I love it as a symbol.
College football for me hasn't started yet. There was a pretty good game last night or Saturday night. Nobody cares who won. College football starts next weekend with 2 mega games Saturday and a mega game Sunday night in Miami Gardens. As far as this fight goes, I think the age of the father and son is all that matters, because if you have a 30-year-old son fighting a 52-year-old dad, nobody's worried about that.
52 and 25 is my greatest guess. I don't know for sure, Dan. It's not on the internet, but I'm just...
If that's the case, I think it's a fair fight, so to speak. But
so if me and you get into it, it's just, that can happen.
No, because I'm 70. If you fight me, nobody's on your side.
Right.
You're picking on an old
elderly
guy.
abuse.
It's hard. There's no bios attached for the family involved, but we know that this is Avery Johnson's older brother, and Avery Johnson is 20.
I'm guessing 23, and the dad, early 50s.
Okay, that's fair. That's a fair fight.
That's fair?
Yeah, that's a fair fight. 53, you're not old yet. You're still feeling it.
You guys have a different dad situation than I do. If you're thinking that any of that is okay, normal, something that is normal inside of a family, like that would happen once in my family and never again.
You have to know who instigated it, right? You have to know the cause of this, because if I get into a physical fight with my son and I think he started it or he's at fault, if I don't get an apology from him, then it may fester. Then it may still be going on at Thanksgiving.
This episode is brought to you by Amazon. Sometimes the most painful part of getting sick is the getting better part. Waiting on hold for an appointment, sitting in crowded waiting rooms, standing in line at the pharmacy, that's painful. Amazon One Medical and Amazon Pharmacy remove those painful parts of getting better with things like 24/7 virtual visits and prescriptions delivered to your door. Thanks to Amazon Pharmacy and Amazon One Medical, healthcare just got less painful.
Labor Day savings are here at the Home Depot with up to 35% off, plus up to an extra $450 off select appliances like LG. Keep your routines running smoothly with an LG refrigerator you can count on from the Home Depot. And with the connected ThinQ app, you'll know if the door is left open and when to replace the filter. Gear up for fall with Labor Day savings on LG, America's most reliable appliance brand, at the Home Depot. Offer valid August 21st through September 10th, U.S. only. See store online for details.
Mom and Dad, the school supplies you buy me this year will mostly end up in my mouth. Maybe shop low prices for school at Amazon, so I don't eat up all your money. Just something to chew on. Amazon. Spend less, smile more.
Don Le Batard.
He called me on my own podcast. He called me full of shit, claiming that I'm faking interest in the solar eclipse.
Well, you do this. You love to just get excited about everything.
Okay, Junior.
Stugotz.
I had to school you and explain to you.
He was going to take you to Augusta.
When I was 17 years old, Alan Sherry and I used to haunt the Bueller Planetarium.
This is the Don Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
It may be irresponsible, but that's a hell of a time to ever have your first physical altercation with everyone from Kansas State around you.
I want to interview them. I don't want a joint statement. I want to ask about the family dynamics. I've got a lot of follow-up questions here.
All right, let's work on that.
All right.
I'm sure they're in the mood to talk.
What if you only get one? You need both?
Can we get Iowa State?
Either of them.
Can we get Rocco Beck, the Iowa State quarterback, to fight his dad, Anthony Beck, former NFL player? That'd be cool.
They are committed to ensuring this doesn't happen again.
Wow, commitment. How about that?
Okay, but I've got some follow-up questions. We'll move on.
Puddle placement's unfortunate. You'd agree?
Yeah, showy.
The Cleveland Browns quarterback situation, it is laughably funny that a couple of weeks ago they just sort of announced, Joe Flacco's our starter. That gives you no hope right off the start. He's going to have a couple of good games. He's going to have a couple of games where he throws 4 interceptions, and that can't be your starting quarterback in today's league. That has to be somebody who comes off your bench for 4 or 5 games. Regardless, Warren Sharp has these stats, the final preseason stats for Shedeur Sanders. 3 completions, 2.3 yards per attempt, a net of minus 27 yards on 11 dropbacks, and 5 sacks. And the context he adds here is that he has 9 years of play-by-play preseason stats, and Shedeur Sanders is the only quarterback to take 5+ sacks on fewer than 15 dropbacks in any preseason game. I've told you that I do very bad quarterback analysis. I get it wrong all the time because I find kind of puzzling how these people do the science of measuring whether these people have a future at the position that, if developed over years, can make it so that they can play that game, which is unbelievably fast and violent, in the most decisive way. Having seen Shedeur Sanders and the way he plays quarterback, rolling around out there if you don't have the athleticism of Lamar Jackson doesn't work. It makes you take a ton of sacks in college, and the whole game now is how fast do you make the decisions? When you mentioned Tua before, it's the fastest it's ever been done. Dan Marino was special because it was all quick release. People couldn't believe speed and accuracy on how fast it got out, because if you can buy a second more of time, you can be Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, MVP of the league. But if you're not as athletic as them and you try to play the position that way, you're going to look like old Teddy Bridgewater, where anytime you're outside of the pocket, nobody wants you outside of the pocket. You're not going to extend plays with his athleticism in the pros, and those numbers are damning. Like, I don't know what Cleveland could possibly see that would tell me that that is a professional quarterback based on the sample size you just saw there of doesn't make the decisions quickly enough.
I think it's very fair to say Shedeur Sanders needs to prove himself in this league. I don't think that's disrespect. And I also think the rest of the NFL right now is thinking to itself, you know what? Maybe we weren't that stupid to wait and draft him in the 3rd day of the draft. The fact that Joe Flacco was named the starter fairly quick simply indicates to me that Shedeur Sanders ain't ready, and we all see it, and it's without dispute. It doesn't mean he won't turn out to be a very good quarterback, but right now he needs time. and they're not rushing him.
Yeah, but when
they're doing the smart thing, though. The worst thing they could do is Cleveland starts off 0-4, and Shedeur Sanders stinks, and all of a sudden everybody dislikes him instead of waiting for him as the hero that's about to happen.
Those numbers I just gave you, though, they're pretty damning on decision-making, on the skill that you're being asked to have right now that is the most important. We've seen a sea change at the position. People are expecting J.J. McCarthy to be good. My entire life, the quarterback never comes in and is immediately good, or he's one of the really special ones. He's Cam Newton throwing for 400 yards his first game out. The quarterback in my lifetime, now this is something new now, because all of a sudden Herbert and Tua don't wait. It's not about Aaron Rodgers stays on the bench for a couple of years. It's Bryce Young, get in there in 8 games, and we'll think you're close to done if Andy Dalton doesn't get into a car accident. You might be on another team right now, because the windows now to measure these people are what, 8 games? 8, like legitimately, because of what they've done with the economy of you can get out from under a bad contract now. You don't have to sit there with Ryan Leaf for 2 or 3 years trying to figure it out. What do you do with Shedeur Sanders is there as your quarterback, but your team has no hope, none. He's not going to be any good. They're not going to be any good.
If you're not patient with your rookie quarterback, you have a systemic problem, particularly a rookie quarterback drafted in the round he was drafted. You have to go in knowing this is not going to be magic right away. We're going to have to wait a little bit. The problem is he's gone to a bad team. If he's playing behind Philadelphia's offensive line, he's not sacked 5 times. He's playing behind a bad offensive line.
He might be. He gets sacked a ton.
That's an excellent point. In Colorado, he never got blamed for it. They always put it on the offensive line, and the dynamic there kind of protected him. But we know how he played in Colorado. He would hold on to the ball a really, really long time over there. Kevin Clark was on Part of My Take a few weeks ago, and he kind of theorized how Cam Ward held on to the ball a little bit when he finally had a good offensive line. It was the opposite when he was at Wazoo. But you have quarterbacks that are entering the league now that aren't necessarily from the school of get it out as quickly as possible. Usually the sport beats it out of you, but in high school, the hitting rules have changed. This is really the first generation that has gone through all levels of football, not really being punished physically for holding on to the ball too long, so you might see it more, and it might take time to get it beat out of you.
The thing that people do not realize whenever they stand next to Peyton Manning or Tom Brady or Ben Roethlisberger is, holy shit, that person's big, right? So now make it Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen, where it's someone galloping around and he's more athletic than everyone else, and he has the most valuable of gifts in the salary cap. It's the most valuable gift. Don't kind of need my running back, and also I can extend plays. Does not matter whether my offensive lineman actually does his job. Patrick Mahomes doesn't even have that as much anymore. He'll run for 8 yards on 3rd and 7, but what they've done to his body already grinds that out of you if you're not. I imagine, Billy, you stood next to Josh Allen. Was the size of him not something that sort of left you in the shade?
I thought he was going to be bigger. Wow. I mean, I'm not saying that as like an insult. I was...
He's a linebacker.
Coming off as insulting. It's not meant that way. But
Billy's tall, though.
We took a picture next to him. He's like 2 or 3 inches taller than me. I was surprised. Like, I've seen Joe Burrow in person. Joe Burrow looks like an Adonis.
So he's not that big, and he's got a stupid face. Is your appraisal of the top of the AFC East?
No, didn't say
the
either
MVP
of those
of the
things.
league. The
No,
AFC.
I did not say those.
At certain points, you said both those.
You said both of those things.
Just not together at the same time.
You did say both of those things. Stupid face and not that big.
I was surprised.
Not impressive physically.
Should have been bigger, honestly. A little pudgy.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, man. The summer's almost ending, man. I don't
can't
like
be.
that.
There's
I don't
no
like
way.
that.
There's no way.
I am excited about cooler temperatures, but down here in South Florida, that just means slightly less boiling hot. It's been a pretty incredible summer. We've had a parade down here. We've grown our family down here at Meadowlark Media. A lot of exciting things, a lot of memorable benchmarks, and along the way at almost every step, I've been tailed by that beautiful white can of Miller Lite. Oh, that beautiful white can.
Or the brown bottle.
You can do it on draft.
Draft is crisp.
There's been so many great special times, and each time I've decided to make those special times a Miller time. Whether it's a long weekend like one we got coming up or full on vacation, it is a perfect time to get the crew back together This year marks 50 years of Miller Time. 50 years of great taste, great friends, and unforgettable memories. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/Dan to find delivery options near you, or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. Cheers to 50 years of Miller Time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.